Yes, sir. See that? That's you. That's you. That's you. Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics. Yes, sir. You know it's our time right now. You know it's our time right now, Moors. You know it's our time. Prophet Noble Drew Ali's solar return, January 8th. Listen, man. Let me show you how raw Noble Drew Ali was. Straight to it. Straight to it. Let me show you how raw Noble Drew Ali was. Now, you see this picture right here, right? See this picture? And you see, what is the Prophet Noble Drew Ali? Nah, just in case you missed it. This guy right here is Peter Moon. He's a renowned author and scholar. Hybrid European, speaking the truth about who? This man right here, Noble Drew Ali the Prophet. None of these black leaders, black educators, they got a problem with bringing up Noble Drew Ali. But they always tell you about the white man. The white man, he's oppressing us. So the hybrid European that they keep calling falsely the white man, they not white people. They're hybrid Europeans, Albions. He's a renowned author and a renowned scholar. And he's speaking on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Let that marinate. Why is the one that they calling an oppressor making books talking about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who's a Moor? Hybrid European talking about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But these black scholars, they don't talk about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They don't even mention Noble Drew Ali's name at all. You know why they don't mention his name? I'm going to show you. Because he said, I took the covers of all the secret organizations. That's why they don't mention his name. Because the black scholars, the ones that keep selling our people out, calling us black and Indians and Native Americans and whatnot. Noble Drew Ali came to take the covers off all that shit. That's why they don't bring his name up. Because all them people that's selling out with these black organizations, the system, he came in the 1920s to take off the covers of all that. That's why they don't mention his name. Now you know. And the literature that he brought to the planet was really to uplift everybody. Because he was a universal prophet. So when people say, the system, this is a part of the system. He came to disrupt the system and take the covers off. You know how cold Noble Drew Ali was, G? Let me show y'all. This how cold. This is one of the reasons why he was so cold. Look. One of the reasons why he was so cold is he prophesied this in the 1920s. Watch what he said. He said, we're going to be taxed to death. Now, you hear that, and then think about right now in this moment, in real time. How much do we pay taxes? Then ask yourself, what don't we pay taxes for? We pay taxes for literally everything. Look, Noble Drew Ali the Prophet, he said, I took the covers off all secret organizations. He said that in the 1920s. And what was he talking about? He was talking about all the ones that's out here selling humanity out. Not just Moors out, but humanity, including hybrid Europeans, Albions, selling them out too. And he said this. Today, this is what he said. He said, we're going to be taxed to death. Now, I just want y'all to look at this list real fast. Just real quick. Look at this list. He said, we gonna be taxed to death. Now look at this list. Long as hell. Super long, right? Look at this. Accounts receivable tax, building permit tax, CDL license tax, cigarette tax, corporate income tax, dog license tax, federal income tax. Look at that. FUTA tax, fishing license tax, food license tax, fuel permit, gas tax, hunting license tax, inheritance tax, interest expense tax, inventory tax, liquor tax, luxury tax, marriage license tax. But he wasn't no prophet though. He didn't come to take the covers off all secret organizations. Now you see why they don't bring up Noble Drew Ali name. They try to bury his name and bury his teachings because he came and he saw and he spit out the truth. They don't like that. They don't like when you tell the truth because it fuck up what they checks is looking like. See? Look at that. Medicare tax, property tax, real estate tax, service charge tax, social security tax, road usage tax, sales tax, recreational vehicle tax. What the hell is that? School tax, state income tax, state unemployment tax, telephone federal excise tax, telephone state and local tax, telephone usage charge tax. This is just for the damn phone. Utility taxes, vehicle license registration tax, vehicle sales tax, watercraft registration tax, well permit tax, workers' compensation tax. Oh, we not done. Telephone federal universal service fee tax, telephone federal state and local surcharge tax, telephone minimum usage surcharge tax, telephone recurring and non-recurring charges tax. Now you see why they ain't like Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And this is just one of the many prophecies that he said. We're going to be taxed to death. Taxes. If we look this up in the law book, the place that they don't never bring up Constitution laws. They don't never bring up common law. They don't never bring up treaty law. They don't never bring up human rights, international law. They don't never bring these up. So we got to each one teach one. This is what this is about. This ain't about CushDey. This is about each one teach one. Is this right here on your wall? Is this on your wall? If this ain't on your wall or in your car, you should have this somewhere visible. So somebody could see when they come into your house, your apartment, your domicile, they should see something like this hanging up. Real life. Because you are setting the tone, the premise about what you about versus what the system is about. All right? You letting it be known. You flying your colors. All right? Flying your colors. Peace and love to all y'all critical thinkers out there. All y'all Asiatics and Muslims that's out there. Let's go into this right here. The Constitution. The Constitution. Turn me up, man. Turn me up.
Hey, you.
Turn me up.
Yeah.
Turn me up. The Constitution. Share this beam out. We talking about the system. Constitution. All right? You could get this book right here off Amazon. You can get this off Amazon. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. That'll be the best bet. Get the 4th edition Black's Law Dictionary. That's the one that's the least watered down. So if we go right here, hold up. You know what? Let's make it even sweeter. Let's make it even sweeter. In case you don't want to spend the bread on this right here. In case you don't want to spend the bread on this right here, you can get this right here. Both of these, though, is cheaper than the Tray 5. I'm going to tell you that right now. Both of these are cheaper than the Tray 5. So you can get this one, or you can get both of them, and they both cheaper than the Tray 5. You can get them together. All right, so let's go. What are you talking about? I took the covers off all secret organizations. Watch this right here. We talking about information that's actually useful. You can use this information in real time if you want to. If you invest in yourself in 24 and beyond, you can use this information. Information like this where they be like, well, you got to do what we tell you to do because it's what we telling you to do. Yeah. You said a license. Then you say a license and taxes. Okay. We gonna show that. Okay, hold up. I just want to show y'all something real fast. We was talking about licenses and it's talking about taxes. Let's just show you this real quick. Look at this. Look at this right here. When they said the Constitution is suspended because it's an outbreak. I just want to show you how they be lying all the time. See this? No emergency has just cause to suppress the Constitution. We got to start learning law. Because these people get in front of the camera, go on TV, and they'll say anything, and people just eat that shit up. Look, while an emergency cannot create power, and no emergency justifies the violation of any of the provisions of the United States Constitution. That in itself nullifies and destroys anything they talk about. Let's keep going. Or states' constitutions, public emergency, such as an economic depression, for especially liberal construction of constitutional powers, has been declared that because of national emergency, it is the policy of the courts of times of national peril so liberally to construe the special powers vested in the chief executive as to sustain and effectuate the purpose thereof. Hold up. Are you saying what I'm saying? Are you saying? Hold up. Are you saying what I'm saying? Look at it. Go back. What did it say? And to that end also liberally to construe the constituted division and classification of the powers of coordinate branches of the government, and insofar as may not be clearly inconsistent with the Constitution. Oh my God. What does that mean? It means when the prophet said, I came and I took the covers off all secret organizations, he's talking about the system, the medical system, the medical industry. He talking about that system. He talking about the U.S. corporation when it comes to the food. He talking about the law. He talked about everything, taxes. He talked about what we need to pay attention to, what we need to look out for as far as Atlantis will rise. But let's go right here, though. Look, all systems exactly are going to crumble. Look, let's go right here. It is right here. Let me just show y'all this. Look at this. So we're going to go to Article 1, Section 10, Section 8, the Constitution. Just look at this. Just look at this right here. Let me put this right here. Okay, these ain't my words, though. The Constitution of the United States. They talking about it's an election year and we need to get out there and vote. Invest in the Constitution this year. Get one as soon as you can and just read it. It ain't even that long. So look, Section 9. Hold up. Section 8, what we was talking about, right? Article 1, Section 8. Now keep in mind, these ain't my words. This is the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. It say, the Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes. Did you just see that? Did you just hear that? Do you see anything in here that say IRS? Is anything right there? And you might be like, well, shit, how they getting away with us paying these taxes then? They robbing people. Because if people don't know that the Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, excise, to pay the debts and provide the common defense and general welfare of the United States. But all duties, imposts, and excises shall be uniform throughout the United States. What is the United States? Let's just go straight in. Let's just go straight in. Let me just show y'all this. What is the United States? You might say, I know what the United States is. Do you? From the book, Land of the Free, Home of the Slave. Do you know what the United States is? I'm finna show y'all why they don't like Noble Drew Ali. You know how you said we gonna be taxed to death? But then you see what the U.S. corporation already doing. They already in violation of Article 1, Section 8, when it says the Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes. How is the IRS doing something that the Congress supposed to be doing? How the IRS is collecting taxes? But it say right here the Congress supposed to be doing. Matter of fact, throw a little ink on that. Throw a little ink on that. Let's throw a little ink on that in real time. So it'll pop out. Throw a little ink on that so it'll pop out. Congress supposed to have the power to collect taxes, but the IRS doing it, right? The United States. Let's show you what the United States really is. Let me just show y'all what the United States really is. It say, although this may sound like a trick question with an obvious answer, most people will definitely answer it wrong if they are asked to point it out on a map. If this sounds ridiculous due to what you believe and you think you know where the United States to be, legal definitions and court cases will prove otherwise. Okay, straight to it. What does it say? Pursuant to 26 United States Code, subsection 77019, United States. This is what none of these attorneys going to ever tell you because they work for the bar. This is what none of these black advocates are going to tell you. So we got to tell each other. The term United States. Hold up. What did it say? The term United. Hold up. The term United States, quote unquote, when used in a geographical sense, includes only the states and the District of Columbia. Wow. What? Do you see that with your own two eyeballs right now? This is not no trick. This is not magic. This is just straight from the book. Book is called Land of the Free, Home of the Slave. So this not, remember, keep in mind, Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a universal prophet. He's not something that Moors could just hang on to. No, he said he was universal. Just like Yahushua, just like Buddha, just like Confucius. Universal prophets. He came to us because we needed him the most. Big facts. Still do. United States is only the District of Columbia. That's the United States. So who you voting for again? Oh, you voting for Republicans? You voting for Democrats? Who you voting for again? You said you was voting for Joe Biden. And you said that, you was voting for the Democrats. Yeah. You said that? Okay. Tell me how you gonna vote for something that's actually a corporation that is called the District of Columbia. That's the United States definition from the United States Code. 26 subsection 77019. This is the definition of the United States right here. Bing bong. You looking at it. And 26 United States Code subsection 770110 state the term state, quote unquote, shall be construed to include the District of Columbia, where such construction is necessary to carry out provisions of this title. But see, these kind of conversations, we not even thinking about a lot of these conversations because so many distractions. Distractions like what, Kush? Distractions like what? Distractions like, all right, like this right here. Run around, chase these all day. Don't worry about nothing else. Just run around and chase these all day. Just chase these all day. Don't worry about nothing else. Just go for the bag. Do what you got to do to get the bag. Don't put your mind on what's going on in the world. Don't study no law. Don't study no principles. Don't study nature. Don't study astrology. Nah, we don't need you to do that. We want you to watch TV shows. This is what the U.S. corporation be talking about. We want you to watch TV shows, turn your brain into jello. That's what they want for us. Chase these around because they didn't put the narrative out here for so long, so strong, beating us in the head since we was shouties. Chase these. This is your salvation. When this can never be your salvation because these are debt notes. This ain't money. Ain't it wild? They push that narrative on us like the more you got of these, the more successful you are. These are just debt notes that we use in the system that we're in right now. That's right now being destroyed, dismantled right now. Shout out to Flatbush. This system right here is crumbling. Y'all don't see people starting to ditch these right here around the world? They starting to ditch these. They starting to get rid of these. Wait till super inflation hit though. You see? See, this is why they don't talk about Noble Drew Ali the Prophet, because he came to destroy that part of the system. He actually crashed 1913. Check the date out. Check the date out at what happened in 1913. Check the date out. Do the homework yourself. What happened in 1913? He crashed the U.S. corporation not once, but 2 times. Eh? 2 times. All right. Oh, look. He said a Moorish master must maintain and demonstrate an instructive tongue, courage, freedom, compassion, a faithful heart, good intent, loyalty, sincerity, a knowledgeable mind, confidence, competence, awareness at all times. The prior requirements translates and manifests as 3 levels of man, which are mind. Man, when you see it, it's not strictly talking about us as Moorish man. It's talking about woman and man. All right. The knower, faith, wisdom. The thinker, belief, strength. The doer is fruition. That's the beauty. That's why it's called beauty, because when the faith is there, when the beliefs are there, and you doing it all together, that's the beauty. That's the beautiful mind. See? You have a beautiful mind when these 3 stages are clicking together simultaneously. That's what we call a beautiful mind for the higher self, You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Toledo. And you say this. Let's go a little further. Let's take it right here. Now you see, a more direct and less ambiguous definition is stated in United States Commercial Codes 9-307. It bluntly states, UCC 9-307. It's a location of the debtor. The location of the United States is located in the District of Columbia. Bing fucking bong. What else do you need to see? This is out of their information. United States Code Commercial, The uniform commercial codes that people love running to. Yeah, I got the UCCs figured out. Yeah, you got the UCCs figured out, but you still talking about running down there to vote. The location of the United States is the District of Columbia. The District of Columbia is created. That's not an actual organic place, fam. That's a creation for the United States. That's what it is. But you know what's interesting though? Hold up. You know what's interesting? Let me show you something interesting. Let me show you something that's interesting. Look. See this right here? This monument right here. See? Let me zoom in. This monument that we see right here in Egypt, this monument is actually located in Washington too. You see this monument? This is why we got to study architecture. See, architecture tells stories. It tells pictures. If you know what you're looking at, you can see the past. You can see it in living color. You just got to know what you're looking at. So when we look at Washington, D.C., how we just said Washington, D.C., how it's said in the Uniform Commercial Codes, people out here talking about, I need to run down there and vote. I got to cast my vote. Really? Because Washington, D.C. is the location of the United States. So as you clearly see from the language of law, law is an entirely different language than we would think. The United States is located in the District of Columbia. See? So when you say, where is the United States? The District of Columbia. It's nothing other than this. This is it. This is not opinion. This is it, fam. This is just what it is. If you in doubt, go look it up yourself. I ain't finna argue with you. Just go look it up yourself. That's all you got to do. Matter of fact, I want you to look it up yourself. That way, when you read it, you're going to have it inside. You're going to read it out loud or read it to yourself, and you're going to have it in your brain for yourself. And once it's in your brain, can't nobody get it out. You know what's interesting about the obelisk, though? What's interesting about the obelisk is you see it's over here, and there are actually 28 obelisks around the world. But what's interesting is not only is it in Egypt, it's in Istanbul, it's in Rome, it's in London, it's in Paris, and New York. New York got one. But we talking about DC, right? Y'all know that thing right there. Martin Luther King, I Have a Dream. He did that speech over there. Bing bong. See? That obelisk is there. In London, it's there. In the Vatican, yes, in the Vatican, it's there. You see it right there. You see it right there in front of your face. Hold up. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. You see it right here in front of your face. Now, what's interesting is this right here. Hold up. What's interesting is this right here. Shout out to Marquez Sports though for the drip. You know what I'm saying? Marquez Sports, Islam. Look, so what's interesting about this entire thing, right? Is they talking about voting. They talking about voting, getting us more distracted. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. So we already done broke it down where it says, oh yeah, we can't forget about the Eiffel Tower. Don't forget about the Eiffel Tower over there in Paris. Don't forget about the Eiffel Tower in Paris. You have another obelisk that's there. What do you think the Eiffel Tower is a representation of? It's a representation of the obelisk. Yes, it is. Then we come right over here. And we see right over here in law. What does it say though? Hold up. What does it say? We talking about, these ain't my words. We talking about the Constitution of the United States, the supreme law of the land, right? Now, when we scroll down section 1, now we in section 2. This is crucial. Now look. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people of the several states. Okay? Now you see this. The people choose the House of Representatives, right? And the electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for the electors and the branch of state legislature, right? Now, the legislation and all that, that's for the people because it's we the people, right? Now, when you come over here and you talk about the president. Okay, look, you're talking about the senators and all that, right? They talking about the president. Look at this. So when they talking about the president, who votes for the president? Look, who votes for the president? Look, the vice president of the United States shall be the president, but shall have no vote unless they be equally divided. Now, wait a minute. You said that the president shall have no vote. And who votes for the president? Wait a minute. Who votes for the president? Remember, the U.S. corporation is the District of Columbia. Look. Black's Law Dictionary. Black's Law, all you gotta do is go to the law book, fam. It's literally there. Look. Watch this. Watch this. These ain't my words. This Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. And you say, go to the definition of president. Just read it. Get the book and read it yourself. That's the best bet. What's the president mean? The chief officer of a corporation. The first 5 words is telling you that the so-called president is a president. He's the officer of a corporation. He's not the president of a people or a land. Because, again, keep in mind what we're talking about. The United States is the District of Columbia. All right? Don't lose sight of that. He's the chief officer of a corporation. We talking about the system, company, board, committee, etc. Generally having the main direction and administration of their concerns. You see? The term does not ordinarily include the vice president. The chief executive magistrate of a state or nation, particularly under a now look, this is where they killed themselves at extra. Now look, it's the chief executive magistrate of a state or nation, particularly under a democratic form of government. Wait a minute. Now you might say, well, Kush, what you mean? Ain't that what we under? Ain't we under a democratic form of government? No, sir. We're not under a democratic form of government. And you might be like, how the hell? They always talking about on TV that we under a democratic form of government. So what you mean we ain't under a democratic form of government? Go to those that know law. Ask them under an intelligent tone. Sunday out of Islam, and they'll be glad to give you a favorable response. Go to the Constitution. Right here. All you gotta do is go right here. Look. This all you gotta do. Just stop all the nonsense. You go right here. Article 4. Section 4. Constitution. Chicago, Islam, What it say? So while they out here trying to send us off, talking about you need to get down there and vote. You're not doing you're not being a citizen, a good citizen if you don't get down there and vote. Yeah. That's what you on. Florida, Islam. What it say? The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government. Somebody lying. Y'all just said that y'all was a democratic form of government. The president was a chief executive officer of a democratic form of government. But the whole time in the Constitution, it says that every state shall be guaranteed a republican form of government. Whoa, somebody lying. Somebody lying. Huh? What they out here talking about? Huh? They out here lying, huh? Okay. Let's see. You see that? And shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislator. What? They all lying on everything. They all lying. All of them lying. So how you gonna steal? How you gonna say, hey, look, we need for y'all, persons of color, we need y'all to go out. We need y'all to all vote Democratic. Now I think like these people been telling us for years to vote Democratic. But in the Constitution, it says that we are a Republican form of government. What's a Republican form of government? I'm glad you asked that. What's a Republican form of government? What does that mean? What does that mean? Huh? What does that mean? Let's go right here. Actually, hold up. We can go right here with it. I want y'all to see this. Look. Right here. What does it say? What does it say right here? For y'all out there talking about, nah, this is a democracy. And see, this is what we supposed to be in. Look what a democracy is. A democracy is a government of the masses, authority derived through mass meeting or any other form of direct expression. Results in mobocracy. That's why we don't have a democracy. Because you literally turn the people into a mob. Attitude toward property is communistic, negating property rights. That right there. Keep that in mind. Keep that right there in mind. Attitude toward law is that the will of the majority shall regulate. Did you catch that? The will of the majority shall regulate. That means if you outnumbered, everybody right now on this beam, and the ones that's going, let's say this, real life. Everybody on this beam out right now. Like say we finna go eat something. And we like, shit, I wanna get some pizza. Right? I wanna get some pizza. And it's one person on here right now. They say, I don't want no pizza. I wanna get me a piece of fish or something. Or I want to get something else. I don't want to eat no pizza. I want to eat something else. I want to get some fish, right? I want to get some fish. Do you know that one person with a democratic form of government, that one person, they little vote, what they want, you can't get nothing. But what we finna get. This is exactly why the writers up of the Constitution, who were Moorish people, why they made it how they made it and guaranteed a Republican form of government. Because if you are outvoted by the majority, what you want, you still can get honored because it's individual freedom. Individual freedom is not based off the majority, what the majority want. That's not how a Republican form of government operates. That's a democratic form of government. But they on TV talking about, get out there and vote. The masses, you gonna do what we tell you to do. No, sir. Let's go. Check it out. Whether it is based upon deliberation or governed by passion, prejudice, and impulse, without restraint or regard to consequence, results in demagogism, license, agitation, discontent, and anarchy. What? Now, let me ask y'all a question in real time. Do you see the word license anywhere in the Constitution? Just want to throw that question at y'all. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the word license in the Constitution? Is it there? Give you a little homework to do. Or just Google it. Google is the word license mentioned in the Constitution. That's the supreme law of the land. Google it. Just Google it. Do some homework. You know what I'm saying? Challenge yourself. And you say, damn, I don't see license in the Constitution nowhere. I don't see IRS in the Constitution nowhere. But they collecting taxes unconstitutionally. People just voluntarily being a part of that system. Now, let's scroll down here to look at what's a republic. A republic is the authority derived through the election by the people of public officials best fitted to represent them. Automatically destroys the democracy right there. Because don't nowhere up here say that it's a vote by the people. It says a government of the masses. It don't say nobody get elected up in there. Police don't get elected. So why y'all keep calling them officers? Something to think about. Have you ever seen the policemen get elected? This is why you don't never call them an officer, because they have never been elected by we the people. But when you assign them as officer, soon as you say that out your mouth, they know that you ignorant of law. So they gonna move on you. You just granted them a position that they don't lawfully have. They don't have lawful position over us. But when you say officer, as soon as you said that, you granted them. You granted them power that they ain't even got. Look, this is why they don't teach the Constitution. And you say this right here, right? Look, attitude toward property is respect for laws and individual rights and a sensible economic procedure. Attitude toward law is the administration of justice in accord with fixed principles and established evidence with strict regard to consequences. See, they was on that. The republic is on that. They not doing what the democracy doing. Eh? Oh God, you don't see democracy over here in the Constitution. Not one thing. One thing you don't see that. What did it say? A greater number of citizens and extent of territory may be brought within its compass. Compass. You see that? Avoids the dangerous extreme of either tyranny or mobocracy. Results in statesmanship, liberty, reason, justice, contentment, and progress. Progress. Do you see any progress over here in democracy? Hell no. That's why in the Constitution they said this shall be guaranteed a Republican form of government. Hold up. Need some ink on it? Need to see some ink on it? Come on. Need some ink on it? Okay. Need some ink on it, huh? Right there. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government. Why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? If they could keep we the people not knowing law, worrying about chasing these all the time, worrying about gossip, worrying about sports all day, every day, they done made it so sweet you could gamble on your phone now. They really much got people right where they want people at. You ain't got to go to the casino no more. Now you can place a bet anytime, anywhere on your phone. They got people by the brain out here. Straight a machine, G. Chasing these around. They got people by the brain. Yeah, I'm in the rack. Chasing these around. All day, every day. Now people is out here like, fuck it, I'm gonna just place a bet on my phone then. I don't even need to go to the casino no more. Fuck it. I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna go to 100,000 different little betting websites. and I'm finna just do what I do. They got people by the brain now. Unknown to most people, the European founding fathers of the United States Corporation, under the Constitution for the United States of America, they knew the patterns of government throughout history and sought best to adopt the Iroquois Moorish Confederation's constitution. See, this is before they jumped off the platform of the Iroquois Moorish Confederation, Great Law of Peace. See, before they did this, when they sold out and was like, nah, you know what we finna do? What we finna do is we finna change the Great Law of Peace that's founded as a republic. We finna change that into a democracy. A democracy. They molded the United States Constitution after the Great Law of Peace and formed a republic by way of the sanctions from the Sultan of Morocco. See that? The Sultan of Morocco. You still think that we ain't in Morocco? It's a Morocco in Indiana. The United States is an appendage of the Moroccan Empire. One more time. The United States is an appendage. That means it's another portion of the Moroccan Empire. See? See that? It is not the land, but merely a corporation. So the United States, again, is not the land. Neither is the president, the vice president, the House of Congress, anything that they got operating right now and since 1861 is a corporation. It's not we the people. Yeah? It ain't we the people. It's not we the people. But I want to show you this stuff. See, it's words in this system that we got to start getting familiar with. Like this word right here. Person. Might look innocent, but it's dangerous. This word right here, person. All right? It's dangerous to use this word if you don't clarify this word. United States Code, subsection 770130. Person. The term United States person means. What does it mean? What does it mean? Shit gonna blow your mind about what this means. Look, fam. You see this right here? From the definition of the United States person set forth in 26 United States Code subsection 770130, its connection to the 14th Amendment is astonishingly clear and evident. Section 1 of the 14th Amendment, by the way, Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, is not needed for the salvation of my people. Now you see why they ain't like Prophet Noble Drew Ali? He said, we don't need the 14th Amendment or the 15th Amendment. This is why they ain't like the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because he was exposing all of them. Everybody. He was putting the guillotine on everybody's head. The 14th Amendment is unconstitutional. But let's get into it, though. He say, all persons, underline, persons, born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. This is why when police, they always ask us these questions like, where do you live? Where do you reside? They always asking setup questions. So when they say, oh, wait, we're going to identify this person, you know, to start listening to how these people talk, because they're talking to put us in places we don't jurisdictionally supposed to be, because we're not United States persons. We're not U.S. citizens. We're Moorish American nationals. See, that's why they said in 14th Amendment, all persons born or naturalized are subject to the jurisdiction thereof. So when you say and agree that you're a United States citizen, you're a slave. When you say that you're a person and you don't clarify as what kind of person, like a natural person, you're a slave. You just put yourself in that system. All right. America is 2 continents, North, South, and the adjoining islands. With the exception of Australia and Antarctica, a country cannot be both a country and a continent. So when they say, hey, look here, you an African American. How, Sway? That's impossible. How can I be a continent and a country at the same time? How? Don't make no sense. See? So the duties of a citizenship are numerous, and the discharge of many of these obligations is essential to the security and well-being of the nation. This is why Prophet Noble Drew Ali was always talking about this. Lifting the woman out of the cares of the world to salvation. Solid rock. This is why he was lifting the woman out of the water, because she was unconscious and she was drowning. That's why. That's why he was lifting the woman out of there. Because if the woman go down, we all go down. The woman go down, we all go down. This is why we got to uplift our women. Because if the woman goes down, it's over with for the entire nation. This is the obligation that us as Moorish men are to our women. We are the divine masculine energy. They are the divine feminine energy. It's our obligation to uplift them. Because if we don't uplift them, we all dead. Or we gonna all be slaves. This is why he picked up the Moorish woman out of the water, because she was unconscious. She was drowning. She cared about the world too much. She was so pulled into the world, she was drowning out there. So he had to come, get her ass, and pick her up and put her ass on solid foundation, solid rock, which is the salvation of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You see the sun stripes, right? Count them off. You're going to see what time it is. That's why the great meeting is on, because you're going to see what time it is. And if you go right over here, let's go right over here. Let me show y'all something real quick. You go right over here. What do you see? Let's do it in real time. Let's just do it in real time. And we see what's going on. All right, we see what's going on. If you got this book, we on page The Torch. We on page 33. No civilization known to man has ever risen to any great heights or long maintains its supremacy that debased women. Okay? This is why the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came to lift up the Moorish woman, because the Moorish woman is the creator of the nations. Without her, there is no creation of nations. This is why they're pushing homosexuality so tough. This is why they're pushing division, man against woman, woman against man so tough. This is why they're pushing those narratives out. That's why. You take the woman, you destroy her mind, you destroy us. That's why he came to uplift her. Because ain't no civilization going to rise higher than us women. That's why we got to pick our women up. Even if they talking crazy, it's our job to correct their ass, to check their ass and correct their ass. Because women are more in tune, what you would say, with the emotional feminism. Feminism meaning the divine feminine energy. That's what a woman is. That's her whole aura. That's her side of what you would say, the circle of duality, the Tao. The woman is more connected to those type realms because she's a life portal. So she gonna be connected with how she feel, how she nurtures. She's gonna be connected with that more so than we are. All right. Look, but that's her being. That's how she was constructed. So you would say, indeed, the secret doctrine demonstrates with unmistakable clearness that sexual debasement in any form is the highway to degeneracy and destruction of both man and women and of nations, quite as certainly as of individuals. So when you say, why don't they like Prophet Noble Drew Ali? Because Noble Drew Ali recognized that the Moorish woman has to be uplifted out of the state of mental slavery, out of the cares of chasing these around. Don't you see the narratives that they out here pushing? It's the same old, same old. They pushing the narratives. If you don't make this amount of money, then I can't deal with you. It's the same narratives. Exactly. If you want to know the direction in which the nation is going, look at the women. And then you look at our women out here for the most part. Just look at the women out here. Our women didn't bought into this whole, we are oppressed and we have to liberate. And now since we making more money, we gonna just start saying whatever we want to say. Look at the music. Look at the music that they push. Look at the ones. All you gotta do is look at the music, look at the behavior, look at the television shows, look at the movies. They're aiming it so that it gives our women a false impression, a false vision that they're now on top because they make more of this. See? Because they ain't had none for so long that now, since they jobs are giving them this so much over the man, they don't even see that that's a system of divide and conquer. They don't even see that the system of divide and conquer is pay women more money, quote unquote, fiat, over the man, let them get an inflated ego. So where they talking crazy to their own man, and they'll do the work to destroy their family for us. That's the system. Divide and conquer. You see it? Do you see it? And that's why the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was like, money don't make the man. Free national standards and principles make the man and the nation. Keep in mind, another word for nation, another word for humanity is mother, the woman. The woman create the nations. Humanity starts from the mother when she delivers the baby after she receives first the spark of us, Moorish man. We provide the electrical spark. The woman does the rest without the sound of a hammer, a drill, any kind of outside instrument. She does it herself, creating the perfect man. That's what we're talking about. More science, metaphysics, chemistry, alchemy, all done inside the woman. This is why we got to protect our women and uplift our women. This is why we got to do that. This is exactly why we got to do that. Because if we don't do that, you're going to see stuff like this going on. And I've been posting some women up here, and I see that all hope ain't lost, because I see women out here, they now starting to be more vocal. We need y'all women, Moorish women, to start being vocal, just being vocal, but being in law. You know what I'm saying? Be vocal, but now you starting to talk about law. That's what we need. We need that out here. We need that out here bad. Hold up. I ain't got that up here? Yeah, I do. So, we need y'all to start being more vocal. We need y'all to start spitting that law out. Where you at? Where you at? Let me see some. I see women out here starting to spit fire.
Men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. It's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cupping that.
When I say she was cooking, she was on fire. And you know what? I see the shift that's happening. I see the shift. Y'all see the shift because y'all on this beam out. Y'all gotta be in tune. Y'all gotta be seeing what's going on, especially if you study. If you study, salute. If you out there studying, you out there starting to get into the literature, you starting to see from a different type of vantage point that you starting to see stuff like, and really like step outside your body and starting to see like things going on around you. You like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. That whole energy, that whole vibe, that shit dead. I ain't fucking with that. Salam to you. All of y'all out there. And we got this Moorish woman right here spitting some fire out.
They trying to plan us against each other. They trying to do it by empowering women to make us feel so independent, like we don't need a man, when we really do, especially if we have kids. Now, those of you that don't have kids yet, you might not need a man just yet, but those of us that do have kids, we need a man, sis. We do. Our kids need a man, all right? They do, very much so. But the system got us feeling like, ooh. Now we got all these feminine men, we got all these masculine women. This is what they wanted. And they winning. So strong men, salute. I respect you. I hope that and I pray that you find a woman that can let you lead and have some beautiful children for you. Woo, Lord, this is scary. For real. It really
is. So as you see, y'all starting to see that it's a shift that's happening. The shift that's happening is the shift that Noble Drew Ali was out here talking about. He's out here talking about breaking the system. And the system got our people in a headlock when it comes to look at other things besides chasing these. Care about other things besides chasing these. Or how you feel. Or what you believe in. Or what you got blind faith in. Get your mind off chasing these right here. Because this ain't even money. This ain't the salvation. How many people that we done seen, Hollywood and all the rest of that? They done had all these, and where was this at when they needed some actual salvation? Where was it at? What was it worth then? Huh? Where was it worth? Where was it at? What was it worth? They chased all these, built all they shit up, allegedly, and when worse came to worse, what happened? What happened? They weren't worth nothing. They was sick out here. So Moorish women out here are waking up, and that's what's necessary. That's super necessary for the change to start happening. Super necessary. Super necessary. The shift is on. The great meeting is on. Let me show y'all something too, though. Look at this. So, hold up. Y'all out there talking about some, well, I study Mayat principles. That's what's up. You study the Mayat principles? That's what's up. You're supposed to be studying that. You're supposed to be studying that. But let me show you some. Let me show you something, though. With these Mayat principles. With these Mayat principles. Check it out. You say you study the Mayat principles? That's what's up. Study the Mayat principles, right? You should be doing that. Should be doing that. All these symbols are connected. All of them. And you see the woman again with a feather on her crown with the wings spread out, right? Now, for all y'all out there that's like car connoisseurs and you know about cars and all that, what this logo look like right here? I just want to see where y'all at. Just see where y'all at. You a car connoisseur, right? So you know about Beamers, you know about Bentleys, you know about cars, right? What cars have wings on them? Just want to throw that random question out there to y'all. What cars have wings? What energy drink has wings? They always talking about wings, ain't they? Who you think they get it from? Oh, we got intelligent Moors on here. Chryslers, facts. Rolls Royces, facts. All of them got wings on them. Now, what energy drink says drinking this will give you wings? What energy drink is that? Let me see if y'all on business. Ashton Martin got wings on it. Ding, 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 ding. Red Bull gives you wings. I love that shit. I love that we got intelligent Moors on here. Straight up. I love that. I love this. Red Bull gives you wings. And who had the wings first? Moors did. But if they get you tricked to fall into the trap like, nah, don't call yourself a Moor. Call yourself something else. Like a Cometan. Yeah, we are Cometans too. But our free national name throughout history, our last recorded name throughout history is Moor. Now, however you want to spell it, it's over 50 variations to the spelling of Moor. M-O-O-R, M-U-U-R, M-O-O, M-O-R-E, M-O-R, M-A-U-R, M-O-H-R, M-O, fam, you got over 50 variations. That's not even including other languages like Zart, Z-W-A-R-T. That's a whole other variation. Look up Dutch. The Dutch, look up the 1600s, the 1500s when it came to the Dutch. When it started coming to the Dutch and all that. I'm going to show you this book right here. You should check out. You should check out this book right here. You want to do some more studies? Check out this book right here. Check this book out right here. This one right here. Get this one. Get this book right here in your library. Fam, this book goes so crazy. We'll talk about how, we'll talk about how the word Moor started getting morphed. You see? Let's go over here. Let's go over here real quick. Hold up. Let's go right here. Okay. Show y'all something real fast. So when they be like, Muslim and Muslim is the same thing. No, it's not. But I want to show y'all something real quick. See this? The term Moor, see, M-O-R-E, and its equivalents were widely used in late medieval and early modern Europe. Early and modern Europe? Yes, you can spell Moor as M-U-R-R. You can spell Moor like that too. You can spell it like that too. Whole time, look. Now you see over here? In late medieval and early modern Europe, where they had that movie out, Black Knight, Martin Lawrence, they was calling him Moor in that movie. Now look, you scroll down here. Now you say, look, Moro, M-O-R-O. Hold up. See Moro, right? You see Moro, right? Don't forget, we still talking about my yacht. Okay? We still talking about my yacht. Just want to show y'all something on a side note. Just want to show y'all this on the side note. Look. When you say Moro, see? Moro, you still talking about Moors, all right? Still talking about Moors. Restaurant El Moro, see? Especiales hoy domingo. Still talking about Moro. In the language today, you still see the word Moor there. Look how they dressed. What do you got on his head? What do you got on his head? As you see in real time. See that? He got a turban on. See? So when you speak Moorish Latin, this is what you're speaking. So-called Spanish is Moorish Latin. It's in the language. You can never get it out the language. That's why they wanted to start calling people pronouns in English. Yeah, they, them, her, him. See, they tried to finesse us through language in English. But if we looked at Espanol, which is Moorish Latin, you can never differentiate because things have their proper system. Like el, la, señor, la señora. You see? El Moro. So you can't get it out of that. Okay? So when you go right over here, I want to show y'all this real quick. Now keep in mind, we still talking about this now. We still talking about the wings. Wings give you flight, right? Right. Now watch this. Look at this. I want to show y'all something. All right. Look. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Okay. Now look. This is where it started to change at. Okay. 1607. Dictionary states for marino. Bron, noir, obscure, color, deoles. Quite a range, right? Now watch this. This is where it started to get nasty. Where they start to change it, right? They start to flip things up. Look. This is where they start to flip it. Then they was like, look, this is what we finna do. Hold up. We in real time with it. We in real time with it. Okay. Where you at? Look. If you got this book, we on page 81. All right. Book is called Africans and Native Americans. Okay. Language is another system. It's a key, a major key. Language. Remember Noble Drew Ali was talking about we need to study Spanish? He was talking about we need to study Spanish. In the latter part of the 17th century, then the meaning of Moor, M-O-O-R, began to shift from black or non-white to Muslim, including Muslims of the East Indies. We talking about the later part of the 17th century. They started to linguistically change and shift things around. So you say swart began to be used more generally as a term for non-whites, embracing most of the peoples found from India through Indonesia. So Hindustan through Indonesia, as well as Africans and occasionally Americans. See that? Right there. Bang. Moor. Still being used in the Americas. This is the later part of the 17th century. Since Moor and modern had also been used for Americans, 1563. Look at the date. 1550 in Brazil. 1640s. We can see a pattern where both Moor and swart were flexible enough to embrace a broad range of brown to dark peoples. See what happened? See what happened? But check it out. It is significant to note that Staten 1550s used the term Moor, M-O-O-R, to refer to both the quote unquote white modern. So you would say like super light complexion. They called them white. There are no white people. There are no black people. You have light and you have dark. So light complexion Moors and so-called black, which are really swarthy complexion Moors. As well as we shall see, this is not reflected in most Dutch dictionaries, but there are exceptions which need to be noted. First, however, I will cite a French dictionary, 1571, which the Moors has Libyans, barbarous, Noirs, Faries, crews, vagabonds, Negrites, Africans, Nomidans. See that? You see that? You see what's going on? So in 1573, Moors, we talking about a Latin German dictionary. It referred to what is that? Ethiopia is equated with Moorish land. So when people ask, where is Moorish land at? The planet. Whether you a flat earther or you a round earther, you talking about the planet. That's what Moorland is. Where's the Moorish land? You looking at it. The planet. The planet. What you mean? Where's Moorish land at? You looking at it. All right? That's a side note though. But I want to show y'all this on the wings of my yacht. In the wings of my yacht, there's something called the Egyptian Mayotte principles. You ever seen these? Harmony, truth, balance, right order, and justice. Now that's over here in the Kemetic principles. You say you study Mayotte, that's what's up. The Ankh and all that, that's what's up. That's all Moorish science. How is that Moorish science? You might be like, that ain't no damn Moorish science, Kush. That's something different. That's the system of the schools that they want us to think like it's all different. It's all connected. Look, Moorish adept principles. Show me where you see too much of a difference. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Harmony, truth, balance, right order, and justice. Noble Drew Ali, an Egyptian adept master prophet, returned these ancient principles to the Moorish. All you got to do is look at them. Moorish adept principles, Egyptian Mayotte principles. One and the same. One and the same. And who's in the center? The Moabite woman. The Canaanite woman. Wings give you flight. You gonna use your wings to get up out of that system? Or you gonna stay a voluntary slave inside that system? What you wanna do? Figure it out. Figure it out. Divine order, social order, natural order, as established by Allah in the days of creation. This is what it is. See, the ancient Moors practiced them holistically on a daily basis. In ancient Kemet, Egypt, the system of Mayotte was founded upon 3 steps. Life is really founded on 3 steps too. Life is really founded on 3 degrees of growth. That's what life is really founded on. Okay? All things of life grows in 3 degrees. And this is why they got so much heat toward Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Because again, he came to pull the covers off all secret organizations. This is why they got so much heat for Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They don't bring his name up. That's why we got to do it. We got to bring his name up. We got to bring him honor. That's what we doing. Yes, my Mexican brethren, you too are a Moor, Moreno, Mortal. Bing bong. Fez is on, crowned up. Brothers and sisters, better pay attention. Knowledge is free. You got to pay attention, though. You got to pay attention, though. It's free out here, but you got to pay attention. Manifests 3 degrees of scientific constitution. controlled by water, gas, liquid, solid. Temperature is controlled by the temperature. Whatever the temperature of the water is going to be the scientific degree that it's going to stay in the state of. Gas, liquid, or solid. Gas, liquid, or solid. Whatever you have a temperature, that's what the element is going to be. Gas, liquid, or solid. Speed, fast, slow, or stop is controlled by acceleration. Man's body, look at that. Women's body. Infant, adolescent, adult. We all go through 3 phases. That's growth. Man or woman. We have a spirit, we have a soul, we have a body, we have a nationality, we have a creed. But we just using 3 right now. Spirit, soul, and body. It's controlled by the thoughts that we think. Salvation. 3 degrees of scientific constitution. Belief, faith, and fruition. See, the system is called the 3 degrees of growth. Because it's what life moves like. And that's controlled by the consciousness. See? Once you conscious to fruition, you no longer a believer. I don't believe I know how to get in the car and drive. I get in the car and I drive. That's fruition. I don't have faith that if I get on a bicycle, I'm going to know how to ride the bicycle. With fruition, because of my consciousness and your consciousness, you get on a bicycle and you start pedaling because you have fruition. You know what to do. Fruition is the last stop of the consciousness because you're growing. You've surpassed the belief degree. You've surpassed the having faith degree. Now you're in the fruition degree. Now you're doing it without thought because it's your consciousness. You're actually doing what you're thinking without thinking it. So you're neither dreaming. You're neither dreaming or you're in a play. You're doing what it is. That's fruition. Government, citizen, family, and nation. Right. Take the training wheels off the bike. Take the training wheels off your brain. Time to break them training wheels off. That's collective consciousness, though. So citizen, family, and nation. That's the Constitution. That's why the Constitution is known as the supreme law of the land. And it's called the great law of peace that was cooked up by our foremothers and our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? Islam. Organization, member, official, executive. That's a charter. See, everything is in 3s. See? Noble Drew Ali taught the same sun that softens the wax also hardens the clay. See? Thus, all life is constituted by thought activity. Thoughts, activity. Hold up. Let me show y'all something. How much time we got? We got some time? All right. I'm gonna show y'all this. And I'm finna move around. Let me show y'all this before I move around. I want to show y'all this, though. I'm gonna show y'all this. Let's go. I'm gonna let Taj holler at y'all.
Reverted back to the rightful heirs. That's why we do the work we do, because we know that the heirs can't be what you say afforded the benefit of their lost estate if their consciousness is not harmonic with improper person status. So that these things make sense to you. Some of the things that we're talking.
Talk to him, Taj.
It may seem disconnected, and it really isn't. And also, Dr. J, even as you read Wardship Tenure and the Nom de Guerre, which is what our people are suffering from. And of course, civil litter mortuus, they're suffering from. And this is why when people look at things like this, when this is revealed to them, and you'll see some people say, well, how could they do this? That's why they killed the status. And this is, again, why when you're seeing a lot of the so-called Negro black scholars operating under the nom de guerre for corporate benefits, pretend not to know this stuff. And for the most part, you'll see them once in a while talk about Carver. But you'll see them avoid this. Why? Because they've been telling their children that these are white men.
Right.
That's why they won't teach what nom de guerre is. Why? Because they themselves have been promoting the black and Indian game for benefit.
Freeze it right there. Freeze it right there. Freeze it right there. Right there, we're going to freeze it for a second. That's Grand Sheik Taj Tariq Bey. You heard him say the word nom de guerre. Okay? You gotta look that word up. Okay? A nom de guerre. Gotta look that word up. Hold up. What you talking about? Nom de guerre. Where you at? Where you at? Non-data. Okay. Do it in real time. It's better like that. Nom de guerre. Where you at, G? Hold up. Where you at? Nom de guerre. I'm gonna come back to that. But I do want to show you this real quick though. Negro. The word Negro means a black man. Watch this though. One descendant from the African race and does not commonly include a mulatto. So look how they took out mulattoes. But I thought mulattoes was just super light. See how they took them out? But the laws of the different states are not uniform in this respect. See that? Some including in the description of quote unquote Negro, one who has 1/8 or more of African blood. Now this is where it get interesting. Term Negro, quote unquote, means necessarily person of color, but not every person of color is Negro. Not every person of color is Negro. But I thought they said that a Negro was a so-called black person. But then they double down and say every person of color is not a Negro. Huh? Hold up. Let's put this in here. Let's put this in here real quick. Okay. Where you at? Where you at, G? Dig here. Where you at? Let's go right here. Nom de guerre. See that? A nom de guerre. What you see? You see that? What's a nom de guerre? An assumed name under which a person engages in combat or some other activity or enterprise. See that? See, like the name Rambo. A nom de guerre. They out here talking about, you know what? We gonna name you whatever we want to name you. That's what we finna do. We gonna name you whatever we want to name you. That's how they coming. That's a nom de guerre. See? So when they say Indians, that's a nom de guerre. Black, nom de guerre. Native American, nom de guerre. That's an assumed name. That's not who they really are. People of color, nom de guerre. Why they call them nom de guerres? So they can get them out of their free national status. That's why they mislabeled us and misidentified us with assumed names called nom de guerres. Okay? And to sell out black leaders, black educators, Umar Johnson, 19 Keys, Reza Islam, and all the rest of them, they selling you out. They all selling you out. All of these groups is selling y'all out. You can share this beam out to them. They all know what it is. They all selling our people out. What nom de guerres. Black and colored and we people of color and the African man and the African woman, they all selling us out. All of them. It ain't even just them. It's anybody out here that's pumping them nom de guerres. Share this beam out to them. They all know what's going on. This ain't no secret. They all know what's going on. They all know. That's why it's over with for that. That shit dead. Over with. Let's go. Hold up. And just in case, you might be like, man, they wouldn't do that. What you mean? They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that? You sure about that? Are you sure about? They're for the people. Yeah, they're for the people. They're not ignorant. They know what's going on. And let me just show you. Because we love giving people of our own people. We love giving them excuses. I gotta just show it to you. See, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. Okay. Once I show it to you, you're not going to be able to unsee what I show you. I'm going to show you right now. You're not going to be able to unsee it. You're not going to be able to unsee this image. See that? See? Now you explain to me, for you believers out there, you believers out there. Why does this guy, Elijah Muhammad, have a Moorish fez on? If he pumping out pro-black, why does he have something that signifies having a nationality and a birthright? Nation of Islam, your leader has a fez on that's signifying having a nationality and a birthright. That's what the fez and the tassel is. They added this on here. This ain't what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali had on his head. They added that shit on there. And as you see, proof, do you see what he got right there? Do you see any of these Moors here? Brothers and sisters, do you see any of them with their fez is marked up? Look at their fez. Look at this fez. Look at this fez. Do you see anybody with markup on their fezes? Do you see this on their fezes? No, you don't. You don't see that. You don't see that. You don't see that. Noble Drew Ali said the truth is plain. The truth is plain. Why did he put something on his fez then? And then he changed his name from Elijah Poole Bey to Elijah Muhammad. You got some splaining to do. You got some splaining to do. All y'all Nation of Islam. You got some splaining to do. Why does your leader have a Moorish fez on his head that he marked up? And whole time, you know what else he did? By the end of 1935, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the messenger, had exclusively forbidden the wearing of the fez by his followers. 1935. What did Noble Drew Ali say when he was alive, though? He said, if you Moors aren't careful, your own brother will enslave you again. Bang. And all the rest of them pumping that black bullshit. They're trying to enslave you again. Nah, just accept black. Just accept African American. Get you debating about African Americans. Get you debating about black. Get you debating about being an Indian. Get you debating about chase these. If you just send me some more donations, we're going to make it one day. If you just send me some more of these, we going to get there one day. I'm going to build a school for you. I'm going to have everything ready for you. He talking about building a school for how many years now? Over a decade. Ain't shit done with none of that shit. Nothing that dude talking about has happened. Yes, good question. Women can definitely wear the fez. The fez is not exclusive to the man. The Moorish women definitely can rock a fez. It's your birthright. You don't see none of these Moors right here with that right there. Well, it just so happened that not only did he put this on there, he exclusively forbid the wearing of the fez by his followers. Now, you tell me how he says he's a free national Moor in this picture with a fez on his head to not only saying that he gonna forbid the wearing of the fez, but the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, we're not Negro, black, or colored. So he banned the wearing of the fez, and then he started calling his followers black people. You tell me who the sellouts is. You tell me who the ones that's been raping and robbing our people. I mean, it's clear and evident. It's obvious. Anybody out here pumping that pro-black bullshit, they selling you out. Any of them. I don't care what their name is. They selling you out. Talk to him, Taj.
Because they've been benefiting from that paradigm. That's why they won't teach what Nam de Gear is. Why? Because they themselves have been promoting the black and Indian game for benefit. And because they've been benefiting from that paradigm, they don't want this information out because it proves, too, that they themselves also have been parasiting their own people.
Parasites.
That's why a lot of times you'll see them start casting shade, but you won't see them bringing out official documentation to back their argument. They'll play the emotional argument.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard some things over the last week or so that were disheartening. I just kind of gave up on.
They don't bring out law books. You said you're confused? Yeah, I know this could be a lot. But all you got to do is just start using your God-given common sense. None of these people that talk about we're going to do anything, we want to have our people empowered, we want to have a liberation, none of these people ever bring out a law dictionary. Common sense. Just look at it like common sense. If I'm having problems with mathematics, right? If I'm having problems with mathematics, or somebody you know is having problems learning math, what do? I'm talking about like a child. You would take them to a mathematical table. You would take them to a addition, subtraction, multiplication. You feel me? You would take them to a division. You would take them to a table like a chart. You put the chart up, tape it on the wall. You start going over the chart. That's the same thing as this right here. If our people having injustice happen to them generation after generation, then how come you so-called black leaders, black educators, black liberators, so-called, then how come y'all ain't took people to a law dictionary where you can find out what the law say? Not what your mouth say, what the law say. This is where they don't take people. They don't take people to the Constitution. All they do is make excuses. Nah, just keep hope alive. Just donate. Give me some money. Every Sunday, give me some donations. No, never mind the law book, the supreme law of the land. Never mind if you having a problem with learning how to do math, I'm going to take you to a law book. I mean, if I'm going to take you to, a law book, I'm going to take you to learn the math law, the law of mathematics, the law of algebra, the law of chemistry. I'm going to take you to the law and then you can see it yourself. All right? Talk to him, Tosh.
You don't pay.
Well, just be honest. I just, Moors as
they're not calling themselves Moors, that's who they are.
I know, but I'm just saying who are Moors, and it being, given in such a way as to like cast aspersions and separation. But I probably got turned off because, it is of supposed superiority.
So here's black. Right? It's going to before we go.
Black or more, black.
It's showing you the breakdown.
It's
small case.
Are we now?
But remember, the people can't see what you're reading.
Black.
Now let's go to the etymology.
Check it out.
Now remember, these people claim to be scholars. Right? So there's your etymology. See it right there?
Yeah.
Now you're going back to the dictionary. And keep in mind, so people who claim to be loving their people, right? There you go. There you go.
Okay. Blaze, blemish, blind, blend, blonde, blank, blanket, blush, black.
Talking about the word black.
Flagrant or flagrant, and flame. It also means to shine, flash, burn, shining white, and various bright colors. You look up value, flavin, flavo.
Serve notes, and they spent it as they pleased. None went to
check it out
Aboriginal communities, and they got millions and millions. Now, let me present this to you.
Check it out.
Now, who did the corporate operations? And they got millions and millions and millions and millions, multi-millions of Federal Reserve notes, and they spent it as they pleased. None went to Aboriginal communities, and our people took offense. And his name was George Soros. In order to play on the ignorance of the people, they, not the people of the land, started the phrase Black Lives Matter, and they got paid millions. And they weren't wrong.
They were saying
but our people assumed it meant them, didn't they?
Yep.
Didn't they? Because they didn't know it meant pale colors, did they? So when the pale colored people came in and took all that finance, bought mansions and cars and everything, and our people sit around acting like they loved our children because Black Lives Matter, and they claim to have scholarship. Now, the reason I sent you this, Dr. G, again, and I'm not arguing, because I don't argue with people. All scholars know this.
They all know.
Why do they stay away from it? Because it will prove them to be colored, and that's not a complexion. That's a status. And another reason I'm saying that, Dr. J, is how easy it is to refute these people who keep claiming scholarship. It's not hard, but I don't want to shade. I don't do that. I want them to grow. And I want our people to grow. And I want to stop the schism. But remember, most of the people that feed into the schism, they feed into because they don't know better. Because when you know better, you do better.
Facts.
Right? So what do? We show them. And it's available to all of you.
And what's the year? Because somebody asked about the dictionary.
This is just an American, and this is again why a lot of dictionaries. Now this is the etymology. You know what I mean? Now the other one will just have dictionary. All the shade on what we're talking about. This is internationally known.
Well, see,
the point that I'm making, Dr. G, is that when you see scholars coming on talking or trying to put shade on what we're talking about, this is internationally known.
Well, see, what was said was that their research did not uncover any documentation. I said in that any documentation to say
that's their research
that that the indigenous people of Aboriginal people land.
Watch this.
Moors.
All right, now here we go, you all. Here you go. This is for many of you people here who have been cast in doubt by some of the pseudo scholars. Go get a 2-volume book written by a hybrid European, David McRitchie, Ancient and Modern Britons. Also, Gerald Massey.
Yes, this is
also Gerald Massey.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go to Gerald Massey and tribes coming from them that you've been calling indigenous people are them, which is you. Tribes coming from them that you've been calling are Phoenici, or what you cover Europeans. Will tell you the first peoples here and what you know as the Americans are Phoenici, or what you call Phoenicians. And the multiple tribes coming from them that you've been calling indigenous people are them, which is
who?
you.
Which is you. Which is you. Us. That's who it is. Before I slide, I want to show y'all this. From this book. It's called The Key. John Philip Cohan, right? Now you see this? This last little thing out here, right? It say, if not the Phoenicians, then what earlier seafaring Semitic people did build these Maltese temples? He ain't just say Phoenicians. Say Phoenicians, right? All these temples and things like this is Moorish architecture built by Moorish people. This is in Malta, over there, across the water. Taj was talking about the Moors in Americas. So the Phoenician people, seafaring people, traveled the waters all the way over here to the Americas. And what does it say? A number of specialists on the development of the Greek alphabet, which accepted as Semitic in origin, are now of opinion that the Phoenicians, Moors, who traditionally have been credited with the passing on their own alphabet to the Greeks, did not enjoy a sufficiently long cultural stage to have invented such an alphabet, but rather they received their alphabet from an unknown earlier Semitic people, in turn passed it on with refinements to the Greeks. So the alphabet, the Semitic alphabet, the Moorish alphabet from the Moorish Phoenicians passed it to the Moorish Greeks, because the Greeks are Moors. The original Greeks, don't believe what you heard, go by what you know. The original Greeks were dark complexion and they had locks. Those were the original Greeks. And the unknown some early Semitic people, they talking about the Phoenicians. And the Phoenicians are Moors.
Europeans will tell you the first peoples here, the most respected scholars in the world, including hybrid Europeans, will tell you the first peoples here and what you know as the Americans are Phoenici, or what you call Phoenicians. And the multiple tribes coming from them that you've been calling indigenous people are them, which is you.
Which is you. You ask, do Moors predate Africans? Good question. Africans is a contemporary name. That's not ancient. The word Africa is a contemporary name. America and Africa really come from Amexem. See? Amexem is really America and Africa combined. That's the ancient name of, you would say, the planet. Amexem. All right? So when you say, did we leave Africa? We over here, still in Africa right now. You might say, How the hell we still in Africa right now? Easy. Because when the planet shifted, the giant tectonic plates, when they shifted, the land masses just broke apart from the earthquakes. So all these land masses, you would say, is so-called Africa over here, right? See, it broke off, but it used to be all connected. You see? One world, one America. You see? So a Mexum is ancient. Africa is contemporary. So when you say the Americas, where we at, North America, we are still in Northwest Africa. Al-Maghrib, Al-Asqa, the most extreme west. The Americas, North America, Central America, and South America. All one landmass. Okay? Bing bong. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is one of them strong builds. All right. Appreciate y'all locking in, man. I'm here for a minute. I love it though. If you don't know, it's time to get to know. Straight up. It's time to get to know. If you don't know. If you don't know who this is right here, that's Grand Sheik Taj Tariq Bey. Get to know. All right? It's our time right now, Morris. It is our time. All right? It's our time right now. Get to know.
No time is garbage.
Get to know, because it's our time now. We ain't playing no games with people that want to play games. Not playing no games. If they out here calling you black or something like that, they selling you out. Call them out, because they selling you out. All right? Don't play no games with them. Nah. Hold up. What that said? Let me show y'all these books before I slide. Hold up. So, that goes for anybody that's out here misidentifying you. They out here calling you an Indian. They out here calling you black. They out here calling you a Native American. They out here calling you a person of color, a Hebrew. They out here calling you something like that. Don't do it. Don't agree to be that. Because once you agree to be that, you agreeing to the system of slavery as a person, chattel property, a ward of the state, your property. All right? Do you want to be property or do you want to be free? You can't be a slave and free at the same time. It don't exist. All right? It does not exist. Don't forget, I said you cannot unsee this image right here. You can't unsee this image. You can't unsee it. Get it in your head, because you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. It's there. Now you see it. You can't unsee this right here. It's there. Alright? Show y'all these books before I slide. You ain't got this book right here yet? Go to Amazon. Snatch this up right now. Or you can go to khalifamedia.com. Right here. Bang. You can go there. Get them screenshots ready. Because it's about that time. Alright? It's about that time. Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics. Happy solar return day to the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Yes, sir. Supreme law of the land. Yes, sir. Behold a pale horse. Get in tune. It's our time. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting on? Ain't no more time to wait around. Get active. You gotta get active right now. Yeah, get active. You know what I'm saying? Get active. Noble Drew Ali never said he was no Indian. What are you talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Noble Drew Ali never said he was an Indian. What are you talking about, man? That's a lie. He's not an Indian. We're not Indians. There's no land called India. No. We Moors. Keep studying, man. Keep studying. Keep studying. You ain't got no receipts. Keep studying. Keep studying, man. Caste, the origins of our discontents. Hey, it's always them. It's always the ones that say what Noble Drew Ali did, and then I say, well, if Noble Drew Ali said he was an Indian, which he never did, why did he say that his mother and father came from Cherokee, but he never repped Cherokee, which is Anawiya? He always repped Moors because he knew that Indian was a nom de guerre. It's a slave brand. So the receipts that you talking about, you better go dig a little bit, a lot further than where you been digging at. Because you just right now on what you talking about. You got to go a whole lot further. DM me for some questions. I thought you said you knew the answer. I thought you said you knew. He said Noble Drew Ali said he was an Indian. Noble Drew Ali never said he was no Indian. That's in no literature. Move around. Peace and love to all you Moors out there that actually do study and actually look up information and not go on by hearsay. Up out of here. Show goof ass out of here, man. At the end of the beam, it had to be a troll that pop out and get blocked. It be like that. It be like that. Somebody without a nationality. Somebody without a nationality talking about Noble Drew Ali say he was an Indian. What Indians do you... Hey, man. Listen, man. What Indian do you know? What Indian do you know that's out here talking about some nationality, birthrights, creed? What Indian do you know? Where is India? How could India be a thing if we're in America? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How could India be a thing if we're in the Americas? See this? It's always the trolls that try to pop out and get shut down. It's always the trolls. I don't even know where that other book at. I don't even know where that book went. I don't know where that book at, man. It's around here somewhere. I don't even know where it's at. But I'm gonna holler at y'all Moors on the next one, though. I don't even know where that other book is at. I'm gonna catch y'all Moors on the next one, though. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for part 5. Stay tuned for part 5, Moors. I self-law and master. Teach the babies, all right? I self-law and master. Peace, Moors.